This is how my
Today,
story
I'll share
began.
with you episode 1 of my health journey and how it began. I will release one episode each week and tell you how my life became twisted and turned upside down. Just remember to like, subscribe, and share this content. And drop me a comment and let me know what you think about my content. In The Silent Killer, discover the truth about Evan Hart in a relentless pursuit of a healthier life. While Edge, on the path of constant pain and suffering, fights back with every fiber of our being, pushing on and persevering. With one aim and determination, she searches every chance she gets to solve this puzzle she calls her life. She faces her fear and will not just survive, but overcome. The Silent Killer, Episode 1. The story unfolds in the quaint town of Ravenwood, nestled amidst dense forests and murky swamps. The town, shrouded in perpetual mist and mystery, is a place where whispers of the past linger and shadows hold secrets. Its cobbled streets are lined with Gothic architecture, their luminous spires piercing the heavy fog-laden sky. Ravenwood is not just a backdrop, but a character itself. Its eerie silence and creepy fog almost sentient, as if watching and waiting. The townfolk move with a nervous energy, casting futuristic glances over their shoulders, sensing an unseen presence lurking in the gloom. Evelyn Hart is a bright but troubled young woman, her striking beauty marred by the pain etched on her face. She is driven, fiercely intelligent, yet fragile, constantly battling an invisible enemy that has invaded her life. Her once bright and ambitious spirit has been dimmed by the series of relentless, mysterious ailments that have left her a shadow of her former self. The silent killer remains an enigma, an unseen force that thrives on the suffering of its victims. Its malevolent entity that moves with a calculated precision, selecting its prey with meticulous care. Its motives are shrouded in mystery, but it seems to take a perverse pleasure in slow, torturous defying of those it targets. This story delves into the relentless pursuit of survival against an unseen, insidious force. It explores the themes of suffering, resilience, and the human spirit struggle against incomprehensible and unyielding adversity. It's a tale of mysterious suspense where a line between reality and nightmare blurs, and the true nature of the silent killer is left to the imagination. The night was cold, with a biting wind that hove through the narrow streets of Ravenna, carrying with it an air of foreboding. The clock struck midnight, and a dense fog rolled in, swallowing the town in its damp embrace. In a small, dimly lit house on the outskirts, Evelyn Hart laid in bed, her face contorted in agony. She had been living with an inexplicable, excruciating pain that had plagued her for the past 10 years. What started as a sharp, eye-stabbing pain in her head had gradually morphed into a relentless torment that consumed her every waking moment. Evelyn Hart had been a series of hospital visits and misdiagnoses. One night, when the pain became unbearable, she was rushed into the emergency room. Doctors, baffled by her symptoms, sent her home with a painkiller and a casual recommendation for rest. But rest was elusive, and the pain, like a malevolent whisper, crept into every corner of her existence. As the years passed, Evelyn adapted to torment. Her days blended into a month. monotonous blur of suffering. She pursued her studies at university, determined to lead a normal life, but the silent killer had other plans. Her symptoms escalated: dizzy spells, nausea, severe bloating. She endured 2 years of university, but the brain fog and rapid weight loss forced her to take leave absent. Doctors dismissed her complaints as stress induced, prescribing medications that only seemed to be exacerbating the condition. Frustrated and desperate, Evelyn abandoned the medication and her symptoms worsening with each passing day. Her fingers, once slender and delicate, swelled grotesquely, forcing her husband to cut the wedding ring from her finger. Her feet, which had once comfortably fit in a size 8 shoe, now demanded a size 12. Evelyn's body was betraying her, and the once vibrant woman now moved like a fragile ghost through the corridors of her own home. The abdominal cramps were the worst. Violent, gut-wrenching spasms that felt like blows of skilled martial artists, leaving her breathless and writhing in agony. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows across the Ravenwood, Evelyn felt a sudden, intense wave of nausea. She stumbled into the bathroom, her vision blurring, and collapsed on the cold tile floor. In that moment, she realized that the silent killer was not just a figment of her imagination, but a real, sinister force that had taken root inside her, feeding off her pain and suffering. Evelyn knew she was running out of time. The silent killer had been toying with her, studying her every move, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. As she leaned on the floor, gasping for breath, a chilling realization washed over her. The silent killer was not just after her life, it had a specific, insidious goal. It craved something precious, something essential for her every being. With a surge of determination, Evelyn resolved to uncover the truth. She would not just be a passive victim, she would fight back, even if it meant venturing into the craziest corners of the city to test, uncover, and confront whatever is plaguing her for 2 decades. But as she rose, trembling from the floor, a sinister whisper echoed in silence, a promise of more pain to come, a reminder that the silent killer was always watching, waiting, and ready to strike again. The story continues on a cliffhanger, with Evelyn poised to embark on a perilous journey to uncover the truth about the silent killer. The air is thick with suspense. Follow her into episode 2 and discover the secrets that lie hidden, just waiting to be exploded and explored and receive answers she desperately seeks.